Hello again, welcome back. I'm hoping this game picks up. Perfect, it did. Great. Hello again, welcome back to another Dr. Zombie live stream. Today, as a little bonus stream, a little extra hours, a little, maybe like 15, 20, 30-minute bonus, we're going to be checking out a game that I found in Steam's, hot seat sale, or whatever they're fucking calling it. They get together and play games sale. Called Hero's Hour. And Hero's Hour is essentially Heroes of Might and Magic clone-ish. But the battles are different, and it's very pixelated. This is, honestly, the best thing to do here is to create a new game and show you a little bit. Now, I thought about playing, loading up the game that I just started. A massive 10-city sprawling map game. But I don't think you guys are actually going to be that interested in watching this. I think this is going to be like a one-shot thing, just to show off the game. Say, look what I'm playing, it's exciting. And if you like it, go buy it. So we're going to play a small map. I'm only going to play for 30. I'll boost up the challenging, and I'll select my thing. So, if you're not familiar with Heroes of Might and Magic, this is going to have a lot of new concepts, and you're going to be completely confused. I'm not going to explain Heroes of Might and Magic, because I think most people have heard about it, or seen it, or know what it is. But I will state that, look, you can pick from one of these 11 different civilizations, I guess, perhaps, cultures, and I will pick, oh gosh, I don't know, I guess random is fine, right? Let's do random. I'll be red, and we'll have random for the other ones, and I'll just pick challenging, and we'll go ahead and start. Just fucking start. And it's going to generate a map based on the settings that we picked there. Little 4-person single cities each. It's put me here in what I believe to be kind of the top-ish area. Yep, there you go. So it is correct here. And I'm red, and it looks like I am... I don't know what they call this. It'll probably tell me somewhere. Anyway, I've got the mages, the Agrabah sort of culture here. So, let me start by building an arcane spire. 0 mana spell with extra power. Whenever cast, the spell changes to another random one. But mainly I need to build that so I can build the tower and get my next level of units. You can build 1 building per turn. And I can recruit the goblin gunners that I have available. I've got arcanists and goblin gunners. And they each have their own little abilities that, you pop up in this little window here. But essentially, they're both ranged units. So I should probably build up a building that's going to give me a melee unit to defend them. And then I've got my hero here. Here he is. He is Rydlver, the wizard, level 1. He's got some, abilities. Aether resource used in the town to create unit spells and other effects. Aeromancy, he's got an air spell with strength according to the rank. I've got 2 spells right now, Force Field and Weakness. Pardon me. And then I've got these things nearby. I've got these, this sawmill, this weaponsmith, this quarry, some just resources lying on the ground, a obelisk that tells me where the buried treasure is. And I need to go out and collect this shit. And I can move a certain number of spaces per turn. Now these guys are all going to be difficult to beat because I don't have many units right now. So let's explore, try to find some free shit that I can pick up. And then my turn, I've run out of movement, so I can end my turn. All the other three enemies will go, and then it'll come back to me. And then my next turn. It's very simple. And if you're familiar with Heroes of Might and Magic, this makes perfect sense to you. Ooh, extra militia or some gold. Let me have the units, please. Now, there are some serious differences between this game and HOMM, and I will not go over all of them. You'll be able to kind of see some of them. Alright, here we go. let's build that tower, because we want to make sure that we have... let's get the gargoyles. That's our melee defense unit now. Boop. We want to make sure we build as many unit-producing structures as we can before the end of the week, because at day 7, it rolls into a new week, and it resupplies all of those unit-producing structures so that we can buy more units. So, you know. No one is talking yet, so I don't know if anyone's even here. That's a neutral hero. They're just going to wander around. They won't attack me or my cities, but they are kind of an obstacle that I probably should kill. And also, you know, gain experience for killing. Alright. The Hall of Shaping. Yes, we would like to either have golems or ice sculptors. Let's do golems. And we'll go ahead and recruit all the golems we can. We actually can't recruit any because we don't have any stone. So I gotta get some ore from this ore quarry up here. Let's go ahead and fight these lizards and worms. So this combat. Combat is not a grid-based, you know, turn-based combat thing. You set up your units where you'd like them, and I could separate them into little groups and, you know, position them in different locations. And you see they each have a little number here, 6, 6, and 6 now. I've got my hero, and I've got my ranged units back here, my goblin gunners and my arcanists. I can assemble them any way I like, and the bad guys are going to be over here. And then when I start, they pop out into little units here, and they're going to go ahead and fight in real time. I can go ahead and cast spells, like I'm going to cast weakness on those worms to, you know, reduce the amount of death that I'm going to suffer. And then I can also cast a force field on my units as well to further improve them. I've already lost quite a few. This is not a simple, you know, quick battle where I'm not going to lose anybody. I've lost all of my pikemen, it looks like. They're all dead. But the gargoyles, the goblins, the dudes on flying carpets, they all seem to be fine. I just lost all my stupid halberd militia, which is fine. They were weak and useless anyway. Alright, and then I gained a level. I got enough XP to level up. Hey, Moana, welcome to the stream. You're the first to chat. Nice. And I can either assign a point into one of these existing skills, which Aethermancy sounds like it's pretty good, or start building my tree down to get to these bottom skills, which are pretty nice. Mana regen is pretty good. 1 mercury each day to create mercurial creatures for the army. So that will help resupply my army and give me more units, which is important. Recruits arcanists, those are my flying carpet guys, or war magi, or leadership gives me a morale boost. Let's recruit the arcanists because that is good. We already have some, and it would be better to have more strong ranged units. So we've lost a few units. It's now more difficult to kill these guys. We could try. Challenging might be okay with some well-placed spells, but I think we're just going to explore and see if we can grab some more free shit before we head after those guys. Plus we got the ore that we needed to build the structures that we could not build before. These golems. And while we're at it, let's build that Aether Forge, because I think that's going to be useful. Okay. Not attack anything that's impossible or near impossible. Let's go get that blue obelisk. This will give me a map to a treasure trove of items and minerals and shit. But I have to collect a bunch of pieces before it starts to show up, because I can kind of, sort of tell what things might be nearby, but it's just not very good until I collect these blue obelisks that have appeared to help me. So yeah, that's going to be my next job, is collecting all those, see if I can get that sooner rather than later. And next turn. I think this game would be very exciting to play against somebody. Because the computers I've found have been... I mean, I haven't played like the most highest difficulty levels yet, but I've won every game I've played so far. It's just a matter of, you know, controlling resources, holding choke points, making sure you have the right number of heroes, and making sure they're leveled up. It's not terribly difficult to do. Okay. None of the things that I can build are going to give me new units, but I can upgrade these ones to get better units, or I can push some of these other buildings I might need. Let's do the Guild of Mages. That'll give me some spells. And now it's growing to a township, so I get to pick one of these 3 bonuses, and then I get to build the next tier of buildings as well. All your heroes level up. Not that great. Grand Bazaar increases the exchange rate. That could be useful. Well of Power gives bonus spell power to my wizards. That could be useful too. Let's go with the Well of Power. See, now, next turn, I can build these, like, tier 3 buildings. Ooh, what is the Ether Forge here? So I only have 2 Ether for this hero, and everything that I could produce with it is more expensive than that. So, for now, not helpful. But it'll be helpful in the long term when he levels up more. Okay. Short of going, like, way out here. Oh, here, that's why I was going here, for the obelisk. And there's one more over here. I think with this one, I should know exactly the location. Alright. So, you can see now, there's, like, a campfire, a treasure chest, some, like, little spiky bits. And you can see here, there's a campfire, there's a treasure chest. So here's that, like, bumpy thing. That treasure should be buried somewhere in that dark area just beyond. So I'm going to head over there. It should be, like, right here. So next turn we'll go out and dig that up. And that'll give us a big boost to help us build our army and our base. Welcome, Brian Touch. You're the only one here. Possibly. It's possible. I had somebody, so we'll see. Maybe they're still around, Mamana. Okay, so I've got a couple of buildings I can't build because I need to build previous things. And then I've got these other things. Restores mana, not terribly useful. The Architect gives me some additional gold. The Center of Arcane gives me additional gold. Per turn. I've got a lot of it. Let's thump. Let's build the infirmary, because then I could build the university. Alright. Okay. Next turn. Goddamn buffer, huh? Rip. Sorry, buffer. Alright, let's grab the camp. Head over here. Dig up the artifacts. Alright. So we've got a sweet ultimate offhand plus 10 spell power item. That's really good. Let's collect some crystals. We have an hourglass. I think that's part of the same set as the offhand item we just picked up. Plus 1 to potency skill. If I get all 3 of Whittle's set, for each mana I spend casting earth spells, an enemy unit is turned to gold. When your hero picks up gold piles, they regain mana. That's crazy good. Alright, mercury, gold, some other items, and then we should head back and pick up some more units. And keep building buildings, like this university. Ta-da! Now we can build the Arcanists. End turn. Alright, it is going to be a new week. And that means that our buildings that produce units have restocked a certain number. So now I can rebuy 13 more goblins, 6 more gargoyles, 4 more golems, and 3 more arcanists. So we're going to start from the strongest down to the weakest. I can afford all of them, so that's good. And let's build up our economy a bit so we can buy more stuff, afford more things. Guy's blocking the entrance. There we go. To my base. Okay. Right click on each one to move it into my army. And then build some additional stuff. Could I explain to a newbie what's happening? I'm kept seeing this game on my Facebook feed and wonder if it's worth a buy or not. So, Brian, have you ever heard of or played Heroes of Might and Magic? If you have, then it'll be very easy to explain this game to you in 10 sentences, 10 little points. If you haven't, I'll have to build up, your understanding of what this game is. Let me know while I continue to work here. The fort needs ore, and I don't have enough. Let's build the marketplace so I can exchange goods. Still can't do any of that. Now I can trade goods if I need to. I can sell lumber and then buy ore, for example. We'll wait till next turn to do that. Okay, I've got a big army now, and I've got some additional spells from that that thing I built, that Guild of Mages. Since I haven't been back to my town since then, when my hero comes back, he learns a couple more spells from the guild. I can take on this hero, kick their butt, stop them from roaming around, and then I could try to take over these other buildings here, specifically the sawmill. The weaponsmith allows you to upgrade unupgraded units, which is nice, but the sawmill I need for that resource boost. And then I've got other mines and stuff around here. So now that I've got a bigger army, I want to take over as many of these little resource points as possible. Let's kill this guy first. You haven't. Okay. So essentially what's happening in a quick blurb, I'll avoid any reference to Heroes of Might and Magic because you don't know it. This is a strategy game in which you are controlling one of 11 possible fantasy factions. I am playing the Wizards Guild here, who controls things like magical gargoyles and golems and flying carpets and shit like that. And it's a turn-based game. Every turn I get to build buildings in my capital. I get to move my hero or heroes around the map to collect resources, fight battles, capture strategic points, resource nodes, things like that, which I then use to upgrade my base, get a bigger army, and then fight off my enemies. Last man standing is the winner. It's a battle royale between me and at this point 3 other computer factions. I have played one with 5 total factions, and I imagine I could probably get more. I don't know. I haven't really played with it too much. I just got it today and started playing and enjoyed it. Here's a battle, for example. Now that I've collected my units and gone to fight something, this is how battles go. I could take my units and move them around. These are my frontline fighters. That's why they're grouped together, but I can break them apart to put them in different locations. I'm actually going to put golems here and gargoyles in the middle. This is my hero. They've got, the ability to cast spells and sometimes do damage as well. And these are my ranged units. I'm going to break them apart and then also split that stack of gunners so that I can separate them a little bit more. I'm going to put one way up top and one behind my golems. And then I'll start. They'll all pop out, form a little army, and they'll go at each other like crazy. Now, I have the additional ability to cast some spells. Duplicate. Affects friendly units, creates copies of these units, but with less health and damage. Fire Shield increases their health. Summon Worms is great. I can put some units behind them. I've got a Sunbeam. I can just target all enemies in a line and do a bunch of damage. And I've got the Force Field, which will protect my units. Let's do Summon Worms back here. Okay, that'll surround them. We'll do damage as well as pull away some of their units from fighting me. And then, after a little bit of a refresh, I can cast another spell. We'll hit them with a beam. And then maybe get some armor on my little froggy things that are here. Now you'll notice during the combat here, some additional monsters have appeared, or they've, been transformed from one creature into another. Those are abilities that the... can you play Necromancer? Absolutely, that is one of the factions, the Undead faction I've seen. I wish I could... Well, here, I just won that battle. I got some experience. I leveled up. My knowledge goes up, gives me more mana regeneration, and I can pick a skill here. We'll go with Mercurial. Spends Mercury to create units each day. Oh, I gained 2 levels. Let's go ahead and upgrade my Aethermancy as well. Okay. And then I get all these items that hero, that neutral hero, dropped, including a piece of equipment, a cape, that gives me +1 combat skill. Okay. Sold! It's actually quite cheap, too. A brand new Heroes of Might and Magic game, which is similar in many ways, would run you like 50, 60 bucks. They're on sale all the time on Steam, of course. This game I got on sale today for, I think, like $17. It's not expensive. And it also said premium when I looked at like the menu, so I'm wondering if there's like a free version online, kind of like Vampire Survival or whatever that game that's really hot right now is called. So yeah, I think there might be like a try before you buy type situation as well, to see if it's the kind of thing that you would enjoy playing long term. But yes, there's definitely an undead faction. Okay. Was there like a... Oh, Lexicon. Here you go, look! So, these are the different factions. Order, Wild, Arcane. That's the faction I'm playing now, is Arcane. Decay. That's your Necromancer faction. So you've got skeletons, zombies, giant spiders, vampires, Dracoliches, essentially, bone worms. Each faction comes with 2 different types of heroes. One that's more wizard and one that's more warrior. And then, you know, different subtypes in there. You also have Pyre. This is the demons. Horde, orcs and such. The Enclave, lizard folks. Lament, beholders. The Tide. These are like your mermaid slash other ocean-dwelling crab people and such. Earthen. These are dwarves and machines and yetis and cavalry and such. And then Pillar. These are like jungle-based. You've got like pandas and blade dancers and tigers and serpents and such. And then you've got like other things that don't belong to any specific faction, like elementals. Spells, Chieves. Oh my god, there's so many achievements. Oh my god, look at all the Chieves I gotta unlock. Crazy. Yeah, so there you go. That's information for you. Hope that you enjoy that. And let's see here. Oh my god, it's almost midnight. I should go to bed soon. I have built a building today, so I can't build another one. But I want to go free up that sawmill next turn. The blue faction, Indigo Tide. I can see them, but there's a wall between us. So they can't get to me through here. There's probably an opening somewhere nearby, a garrison's wall. Alright, when you overpower an army so much, it'll just let you skip to the outcome. You might lose 1 or 2 little guys, but you don't need to go through the whole thing. Let's boost up... Let's boost up Mercurial to level 2. So if you notice here, I've got these little Mercurial oozes now. They're popping out every turn. My hero is just sort of summoning them. Almost 5 in the morning. Yeah, rough. Yeah, it's almost time for me to go to bed. I live in Eastern time zone in the US. Okay. Let's go to the weaponsmith. That'll be next turn. We'll build another building here. The tavern is needed for the fort. No, I'm sorry, it's not. The fort's actually separate. Tavern will let me build a second hero, though, which can be useful if I want to, you know, run supply lines or have 2 fronts open against my enemies. Let's build the architect for now. It'll give me additional money, and it's going to boost the town level so I can get to the next tier as well. So Lament, Tide, and Wild are my enemies. Wild are like the elves. I forget what we said the Lament were. The Lament... they're like the monster people, the Gorgons and the Troglodytes and such. And then, of course, the Tide are the mermen and the sirens and such. Phoenix, apparently. Okay. Weaponsmith. So I can take my unupgraded units, like my Arcanists here, and I can pay 1,800 gold to upgrade them into War Magi. They get, better abilities, better health and damage, as well as this one gets the ability to teleswap, escapes melee attackers by switching place with a friendly unit, or empty air. Can I upgrade Mercurials? No, they do not have an upgraded form, so they don't actually work. How about Golems? Yep, Golems turn into automatons, adding the ability to attack faster if it survives damage. And I could do all of them at once, right? Yes. There you go. For just over 3,000, I'll upgrade my whole army. Oh, wait. Gargoyles. 4,000. Okay. And then a lot of these have turned into easy battles. Now, that one wasn't quite easy enough to auto-win. Last man standing to win. Yep, exactly. You eliminate all of your opponent's heroes and cities, capture all their cities and destroy all their heroes, and you win the match. Okay, there we go. We'll start the battle like that. Now, there are a ton of these little dwarves here. So let's start with a nice little fire burst to zap them. Fire shield. Get some additional health to my front line there. Summon some worms in the back, maybe. Just try to spend a lot of mana here, because this is a... Although it said it was easy, there is a lot of potential for me to lose units here. And the more units I lose, the farther ahead my opponents will be. And I could speed this up to second speed, double speed, but I won it by that time. I even got to the button. Alright, now I can, now that I'm high enough level, I can pick items from the third row as long as one of the ones above it is selected. So I've got anything in the middle. Swarming creates duplicates of the creatures in my army at the beginning of battle. Elementalism is what I'm going to be picking. That one summons elementals throughout combat. So randomly I'll just summon a water elemental or whatever. And then archery gives all of my ranged units a chance to fire 4 times larger area and deal extra damage. That's also pretty good, but I'm going to start with elementalism, and I'll get the other one later. Alright, grab the sulfur mine, and attack the people at the mercury mine. So I'll go ahead and do the thing, line up my main forces in the front, with my archers in the back. Let's try duplicate here. This is expensive, but it'll duplicate some of my units, which will prevent me from, losing them, and I'll speed up the battle. Let's, I don't even think I need to do that. I'll just save the mana. Because mana will regenerate, but it regenerates pretty slowly, unless you go back to your base. Alright. And I leveled up again. I can go all the way down to the bottom row here with creation. Creates elemental creatures for your army. Those will be permanent per rank. Let's do creation. It's always good to have a large army, and anything that creates new units without you having to do anything is pretty good. Okay. So, at this point I have so many options. I can build new buildings that give me more powers, more spells. I can upgrade my creature buildings so that I can always buy upgraded gargoyles or upgraded golems. I could get more money. That's certainly a great option here, especially earlier in the game. Ramp up your economy faster, which is what I'm going to do. And then nothing's available yet, but at the end of the week, they'll respawn. And that's it for now. I think I have to go to bed. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of quick look. This game just came out, like March 1st or 2nd or something. It came out very recently. And not a lot of people know about it. But I saw it on sale, and I thought, you know what? This looks like something I would enjoy. And I have enjoyed it quite a bit. I've been playing Total War Warhammer 3 And I like that, but my main gripe with that game is the insanely long loading screens. Oh my god, my computer is not a dinosaur, and it takes minutes to enter and exit a battle, to load a game. It's just like, oh my god. Like, I click, fight this battle, and I can go get a cup of coffee, come back, read news articles, and it's still loading. It takes too long. This game, snappy, fast, quick, fun. Loving it. All right, I got to go to bed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for showing up, Ryan. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.